Tape www.suividecolosénégal.com. À École au Sénégal, c'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape École au Sénégal.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing okay. Last time we did tenses, I think it was, and so today we're going to continue with grammar. And we're going to see a couple of different topics. So we're going to start off today with pronouns. You know, pronouns. So what is a pronoun? Actually, it comes from, it's the term noun, and we know that noun is the name of a person, a place, or a thing. Okay, and so what would be then a pronoun? Something that is pro means it comes before. So anything pro or pre means it's before. So because it's a pronoun, it's a word or groups of words that come before the noun. It starts off before the noun. It completes the sentence, but it's before a noun. It's a word that comes before the noun. Okay? And so when we talk about the pronoun, it's actually divided into, into 5 columns that we're going to look at. We're going to talk about it. And then, of course, we know that as far as personal pronouns are concerned, we know it. First person singular, second person singular, third person singular, and then third person thing. And then, of course, we have the first person plural, the second person plural, and then the third person plural. Okay? So we're going to look at all of them because this is called a personal pronoun. It's personal. I, you, I, you, he, she. And then we have what we call the subject pronoun. And then we have what we call the object pronoun. And then we have what we call the possessive. Possessive means that, it's mine. It's all about me. That's the possessive. And then, of course, adjective and then the possessive pronouns. Please take note. We have the possessive adjective and the possessive pronoun. Okay, we know what an adjective describes, okay, and then we have reflexive. Reflexive means a reflection of you. It's myself, yourself. That's what reflexive talks about. And so let's start with the personal pronouns that we've looked at. They are, like I said, the first 3 are singular. The first 3 are singular. And then the last 3 are plural. Okay, so we have the first person singular, which the subject pronoun is going to be I. We have the second person, which is going to be you. We have the third person, which is he, she. And of course, the third person thing, a thing which is like a non-living, it's going to be what? Eats. It's going to be eats. And then the first person plural, what is it going to be? The first person plural, I, you, he, she, eat. What? We. And then you again. And then they. Okay, that is it. That's the subject pronoun. Those are the subject pronouns. I, you, he, she. It, because it's a thing, like a table, a chair, a TV, a house, food. We, because it's plural. And then you, and you is again, it's you, but you of many. You, like you people, okay? You people sit over there. You people becomes many persons. And then they, okay? And so that is we, they. So those are the pronouns, okay, for the subject, you, we, you, and then they. And then we have the subject pronouns. What is that going to be? Me, you is for the second person. What about the he? It becomes what? The he becomes what? Him and her, okay, her. Him, and then it remains still the it. And then what else? What becomes here? Me, you, him, her. And then for the possessive will have my, your, his, her, You know, him, his, hers, maybe with an S, and then my, yours, his, hers. And then it's going to be himself, herself. What else? Here it doesn't, it's a thing. Itself. It becomes here. Here it becomes its because it's a thing. And here there's nothing. Okay? It's still, it doesn't, there's nothing here. It could still be the it if you want it. You know, it could still be the it if you want it, or you just leave it open. There's nothing here. Here stays open. Okay? And then for the, what about the plural now? What do we do for we? You know, we have ourselves. That's going a little bit overboard. Ours, our, and then what? What else? Then for the third person, what would that be? Yourselves. Here becomes yourselves. Yourselves. And then themselves. And then here becomes what? Ours, yours, they, or theirs. And then here becomes what? What do you think here? Oh, let me make sure I'm on the same line. I'm not on the same line. Let me put it on the same line. Here becomes theirs, themselves. Here becomes yourselves. Okay, and then it's still yours, dear, them. And then here becomes what? What about the subject pronoun? The subject pronoun becomes me, you, him, her, it. What else? What do you think it's going to be? Okay. They, he's here. We, I'll let you conclude. What do you think these two are going to be? If it's we, and then here becomes what? Personal. You, possessive, them, here will become ours, dear, them, or you can even put my, yours, his, hers, ours, they, you know, and then you can, that's all, it would be your as well here. So you can put our, or you can put they, and then them. So these are some of the possessive pronouns that we have that you need to know, that you have to work on. But then what about this one? What about the subject, the object pronouns? What do you think should be here? We'll get back to it. I want to let you think about it, and then we'll get back to it. So you tell me what you think it's supposed to be here. Okay? So, but it's important that you know the pronouns. Okay? It's important that you know these pronouns because it's going to help you as far as making sentences. For example, if you want to use a reflexive pronoun, you're going to say, you know, this is, it's myself, or, you know, they are themselves over there. So they're sitting by themselves. They're sitting by themselves over there. You know, that would be an example of a reflexive pronoun. Okay. And then if you have possessive, it talks about ownership. ownership. So who has these books, for example? You're going to say, oh, these books are mine, for example, or these books are his, for example. If it's for Paul, you're going to say, oh, these books are for Paul, they're his, or these books are mine. You know, that's a possessive or, you know, pronoun. Of course, we have the possessive adjectives, which are mine, your, his, her, they, theirs, them. And then of course you have the object pronouns. Remember, we have 3 here that we're going to work on. I'm leaving you to guess what they are, and then we'll probably get back to it. And so we have the object pronouns, and of course we have what they call the subject pronouns. And the subjects are always the easy ones that we all know. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. And of course we know that these pronouns, they actually sometimes replace nouns if you don't want to call your names. It's Paul, it's his. So pronouns oftentimes, they replace the noun, and you know that noun, like I said at the beginning, names of persons, place, or thing. And so if you're talking about it, just so you know what they are, okay? Because I wanted you all to figure out what it was, so we got back to it. And of course we have, for the third person plural, it is us, you, and them. So just so you know, we got back to it, and I'm glad for some of you that kind of did it. And then here it's empty because the third person thing is kind of vacant. It still could be it. So it still could be it's, okay? And so that's the board as far as the pronouns are concerned. And I hope that you get to know the different columns or the different topics as far as pronouns, and then you use them, okay?
www.suividecolosenegal.com.